Welcome back to the Kent Battle of Britain Museum at Hawkinge. We're joined by Dick Mills. Dick is one of only two of our surviving founding fathers of the museum, which is Dick and Richard Windrow, one of my fellow trustees. And we're with the remains of Unterofficer Ernst Hempel's Messerschmitt 109. He was shot down on the 6th of September 1940 by George Benyons. And Dick was actually the person who found the tail of the aircraft that led to the rest of it being recovered. Did you want to tell us how you came across it?
I was a keen wildflower. In Stoke Marshes, you had to know the marsh because the mud was so thick, you got into trouble out there. And it was 3 o'clock in the morning of winter, and I was walking across the marsh with my dog, and I tripped on something. I thought, I've never found this piece before. So when I come back, I looked for it. And sure enough, there was a corner of the wing sticking out of the mud, just a part of the metal. I had a little scrape round and realised what it was. Got in touch with Mike when I got back, and that's the rest of the story really. The lads went out there, dug it up.
That was about 1965?
I believe it was, yeah. When they got it out of the mud, 6 blokes couldn't lift it. So I said, look, put it up on the island, camouflage it and leave it there. We did that. About 4 months later went back, shook all the mud out and to pick it up. But later Mike and I went back for the wing. And it's very strange because the day we managed to get it up, we had a rope round it and a bit of wood as a fork was lifting it up.
Remembrance Sunday, wasn't it?
It was Remembrance Sunday. And we got it halfway up and Mike said, stop, the bells are ringing, it's a minute silence. So I was standing there thinking, don't go back in that mud. And it had a machine gun as well in there, didn't it?
Yeah, which is on show in the armoury, and it's part of the recovered weapons cabinet that we're actually rebuilding at the moment.
Yeah, that's more or less the story of it. I didn't actually get out there because of the work I was doing on that when they went out and collected it in a rubber dinghy. But yeah, I think we got all we could. I believe another gentleman had this, didn't he?
Yeah, Mr. Norwood actually saw the aircraft crash during the Battle of Britain, and in 1947, I believe, he went back, acquired it, stripped it down, kept it in his garage until he retired, I think, in the 1980s. And one of his first jobs when he retired was to actually reassembled it. I think probably between him and his wife there was a discussion. It was decided that it would be better to be displayed here with the other items you see here. Yeah. So this is just a small little story of how the museum came about. Dick finding this aircraft led to one of the very first aircraft recoveries by the museum and one of the very first aircraft recoveries of Battle of Britain aircraft in the 1960s. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for your support. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everybody, and we look forward to seeing you in 2021, and fingers crossed for a better year.